trying to retell stories, I think my first reflection is that I work in the Pacific with Pacific Islanders and how good storytellers they are, because it's mainly an oral tradition. And so to try to even begin to reach that level of power to talk about anything incredibly humbling, and especially in the context of what I worked with, which was tried to understand was the response to this tsunami. People had everything from dramatic stories to real humbling stories about people that suffered from it. So that's the first thing, is I've learned so much about how to tell stories from the storytelling itself. And the second part is that there's always multiple stories. And what you have to realize quickly is you can't represent all of that in any account. You have to make those critical choices about what stories you're going to recount. What I've found is to be open about that discussion as you can, but in a way that you've made these decisions with the storytellers, that we can't fit every story into this space. Because in the case of this, a lot of my work is people wanted this story to be told. And they wanted to be in my book, but I couldn't fit them all for basic logistical reasons. And so just to be open about that decision making, that the ideal to represent every voice is an impossibility. And that's okay. That's because the world's too complex. And to tell the stories that you can, that you think, based on your understanding of the context, that give a representation that the people that you've learned the stories from, but also the audience that you're trying to speak to beyond the community, that it might be interesting. And so you learn real quickly that you can't satisfy everyone. And I think when you're young and you haven't had experience, you think you can attain that. And once you release that, it's not that you just become myopic. It's the question is where you are in that kind of difficult middle between representing everything